jobs because finally so many Californians just got fed up with incompetence. Voting for Trump was a bridge too far. Voting for sanity was not. And even voting for Trump, he swung a lot of people even in California.
Do you have a little soft spot for Carville from back in the day, Clay? Just because he was kind of one of the earlies in our business? Would you say you like Carville a bit of those guys? Because I'm about to play a Carville clip, but I feel like you have a respect for Carville. Am I missing? Am I wrong on that?
I think that's true. Look, I like people who tell you exactly what they think, even if sometimes I disagree with them. And that's actually rare in media, whether it's on the left or the right. You talked about Joe Scarborough. I have no respect for him. If he sometimes had intelligent takes, I would say, I disagree with him. But when he tells us that 82-year-old Joe Biden is the best version of Biden, it's such a propagandistic lie that I can't trust him anymore. Carville wouldn't say that.
Carville can't be totally crazy. He's married to Mary Madeline, who I know is a lovely person, and I believe actually guest hosted for Rush at one point. So, yeah, he did. The team reminded me. So, he's got his feet on the ground. He may see things differently or wrongly on a bunch of things, but he's not one of these Democrats who lives on another planet. I bring this up because I think he sees what's been done to the Democrat Party of the 90s, where he had a strong voice in the Clinton era, and he's like, do you guys want to just keep getting your butts kicked? This is cut 16. Play it.
All of the Washington-based Democrats farting around, going to wine and cheese parties and talking about how misogynistic race is. Get your ass out of Washington and go work on a 2026 campaign and do penance to make up for your damn arrogance and stupidity. We're not going to say, we're going to say, we told you so. We told you this identity was a disaster. We told you to get out in front of public safety issues. You didn't. We told you to have an open process and demonstrate the magnificent and staggering and deep talent that exists in the modern Democratic Party. You didn't. We told you to differentiate yourself from Biden. You did. I hate to be some know-it-all, but all of these things are part of the record.
Now, I think he might have said Kamala was going to win, but I think that goes in the, I have to push for my gal, bucket of decision-making. But, Clay, everything that he's saying there is true. And it's funny because as an American, I hope that Democrats listen to him. As a Republican, I kind of want them to keep whining about trans guys in women's sports.
Listen to this, Buck. Christine Amanpour, who is probably the queen
Christiane.
I apologize. Christiane.
Yes.
Confronted him for saying that there were too many preachy females in the Democrat Party that were turning off male voters, and asked him about that directly. And he did not back down. Listen to this, Buck. You're going to like cut 25.
Last spring, you said, a suspicion of mine is that there are too many preachy females dominating the culture of the Democratic Party. Do you stand by that? Females?
Would you look at our male vote? Would somebody just take a look at how we did with males and how we did with non-white males and tell me that the Democrats don't have a messaging problem, that their message comes across as too feminine? I mean, of course I was right when I said that. I don't think there's not a person in the world I've talked to that doubts that I'm right now. I say provocative things to get a provocative reaction.
Yeah.
But is somebody going to really tell me we don't have a problem with male voters?
Like, can I tell you, I like Salty Carville, who's going around dunking on his own team. It's pretty funny.
Well, look, he's a dude. This is what I said. You asked a good question, like who is the face of the Democrat Party right now? Let me just ask this question of men. Can you name a Democrat you'd like to have a beer with? That was a question back in the day, and I understand Biden and Trump, neither one drink, so it's a figurative thing. Can you name a guy that you'd like to have chicken wings with and watch buffalo wings and watch a football game with? Can you name a Democrat you wouldn't mind being seated next to at a big football game? I can't name one, Buck. I can't name a dude in the Democrat Party right now that, leave aside politics, I would like to have a beer with, sit and watch a football game with.
I just want to say to everybody, I don't want to forget, I don't want to let just things in the past go like this. Right now, somewhere, Gavin Newsom is crying tears that his man, Clay Travis, they used to sit on the beach in Malibu. He had 3 shirt buttons down, talking to Clay, drinking his Chardonnay from his own vineyard, Clay, picked by his own hands, talking about democracy. And now Clay is just bailing on handsome Newsom. Look at this.
To be fair to Newsom, he might be my pick if I had to pick somebody, but I wouldn't be excited about it. This would be like 3 a.m. at the bar, and there's not a lot of girls left,
man.
and there's not a lot of guys left either, and you don't typically end up with the homecoming king and the homecoming queen riding off into the sunset at 3 a.m. from your neighborhood bar.
I'm gonna say this, and it might get, I don't know. I got to ask our good buddy Sean Parnell, who's Mr. Pennsylvania Army veteran, great guy on our Clay and Buck podcast network, by the way, which you should definitely listen to him there. He does Battleground by Sean Parnell. If you have a Democrat you sit down with to have a normal conversation right now, somebody who's, I'm sure there's some members of the House who are actually pretty normal dudes, but we just don't really know who they are.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but there's probably, there's some veterans in there who unfortunately have been led astray by it's about women's choice over their bodies or whatever. But Fetterman, I think Fetterman, he's not technically an independent yet, right? I think he's going in that direction.
He's still a Democrat. Now, the reason, I hate to take a shot, I don't know that Fetterman can have actually a great conversation chilling side by side, right? Is he a fun guy to hang out with and chat? I think he's been 100% right on Israel. I think he's right on a lot of the things that he tweets. But is he going to be sitting down?
I think he's a pretty normal dude insofar as you could say things to him. I mean, here's the real test.
Yeah.
The real bro test, okay? And this, again, they always try to make this about something it's not. If somebody is a trans adult, you speak to that human being with dignity, with kindness. They're a fellow American or just a fellow human being if they're not American. I mean, it's not about being unkind or mean to people. But in the sports issue, now this is about consequences for other people. This isn't just an individual choice. And women have been hurt. And as a man, men hurting women makes any real man very pissed off, okay? Anytime any guy who's truly a man hears about a woman, whether it's a guy who's abusing a spouse or a girlfriend or a guy who's beating up girls in the boxing ring, this pisses off normal men, right? And if you sit down, you have that conversation, and you say, isn't it crazy? This is really a litmus test. Any guy you sit down with and you say, this biological male is, breaking all the records for women in the sport, isn't that gross? If they don't agree, then the woke mind virus has gotten them, and their T levels are dropping, and they're not really a man. That's just where we are now. And I don't think Fetterman would go along. You know what I mean? I think Fetterman would say, yeah, you're right. That's crazy.
Yeah, and by the way, it also can just be that they're not willing to speak truth to their party because they're afraid of what just happened to
I
Seth
mean
Moulton.
one-on-one, Clay, to be clear. I mean
just one-on-one.
Because I've had this. I've had this with Democrats, and I will not out them because I have friends who are Democrats where they're like, yeah, that trans sports stuff is nuts. And then they will go on MSNBC and be like, trans women are real women, because they don't want the hate. They don't want the death threats. I have friends who have gone rogue, if you will, on the trans thing, meaning they're like, yeah, if you have a penis, you're a man, and they get death threats for it. Real thing.
I feel good about their chances of winning the battle there. I don't think there's... I'm not worried about a chick who's pretending to be a dude taking me out.
No.
If that happens.
It's never... This is important, though, Clay. I'm sorry. It's not...
Time to serve
it up.
Welcome to Artesia Bulldog Volleyball on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com. Sports on KSVP AM and FM and at ksvptv.com is presented by Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Central Valley Electric, Eastern New Mexico University, Pecos Valley Equipment, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia Historical Museum and Art Center, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Big O Tires of Carlsbad, Kane Electrical Supply, the City of Artesia Police Department, Coterra Energy, Deans Incorporated, Devon Energy, Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, Smile Expressions, Edge Safety, Faith Baptist Church, Finn's Country Market, Morris Tire, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block, Hermosa Church of Christ, HF Sinclair, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Tate Branch Dodge, Hawker & Sons, KFC, Incredible Printing, J.S. Warden Son Insurance, J&J Home Care, Richland Motors, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Amigo Machinery, La Fonda, Mac Energy, Pressure Services, Richland Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, State Farm agent Sandy Stockton, Spur Energy Partners, Turpinning and Sons Mortuary, Western Bank, Wilbanks Trucking, John and Nancy Yates, and the Eddy County DWI Task Force. Now, on to the action.
La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia has always been known for its great atmosphere and even better food. Well, now you can come in and enjoy a delicious meal with a glass of beer or wine. Come see our full beverage menu today. Don't forget about our lunch buffet with lots of sweets, and we cater too. Come see us now for all upcoming parties and events. The Perkins family invites your family to come in and enjoy a meal with us. La Fonda Restaurant, proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here, too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent, too?
It's called service.
In Artesia, contact Sandy Stockton at 575-748-1111.
All right, welcome Bulldog fans, as we are here, and I am here in Rio Rancho along with a bunch of Bulldog fans and, of course, our Artesia Lady Bulldogs as they're getting ready to take on the #1 seed, St. Pius X Sartans. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to, they just finished the 2A game, the 2A state title game, so they're getting their pictures. They just were announced, all of that stuff. So coming up here, they're going to announce the Bulldogs the Bulldogs team, and the coaches are going to announce St. Pius team and coaches, and then they're going to go down and do the 6A schools, and then the teams are going to get to warm up, and then we'll get started. So yes, it is starting late. Thanks for tuning in here. We're on the radio, KSVP AM 990 and FM 93.7. We're on KSVPTV.com, KSVP Radio on Facebook, and KSVP TV on YouTube. All audio only, but thank you for tuning in. And so they're finishing up with Texaco, who just won the State 2 title. And my plans here are to let you listen in to the PA as he announces the teams, unless he's not going to. They did it for all 6 teams, the 1A, 2A, and 3A schools. They announced every player, every coach before they warmed up. We'll see if they do it here for the 5A and 4A teams. And then once they introduce the Bulldogs, and I'll come back to you and talk to you about how St. Pius got to this point and how the Bulldogs got to this point. Right now they got their music playing. Let's see if they're going to announce both teams. Congratulations to our Artesia Bulldog football teams. They took care of business at the Bowl today. If you didn't know that, they did. I think the final score was 45-7, if I remember right. Something like that. And the Bulldogs played really well. Great defense, great offense, great all the way around. And, of course, Robbie Blue and Josh Howard there on that call and did a fantastic job, as always. I'm waiting to see if they're going to announce these teams. Texaco's still on the floor in the middle court. And what they did is they put this 5A schools down on court 1, and they had this 4A school scheduled for court 2, but they bumped them down to court 3, so there's a court between the 2 championship games going on. So I upped and moved all my stuff and got closer to court 3. I was down a little ways from court 2 at an angle, but it was closest I could get, and then since they moved them, I've moved down some more. Got into another booth, and so here I am. I'm anticipating they're about to announce the players for both schools. Hard to tell here. Volleyball is strange animal. They have 4 games going on at one time all the time until you get to this point. So you got lots of happening. But it's been a fun week. The Artesia Lady Bulldogs have really been battling. All right, they started to turn down the music. So let's see if they're going to announce them so I can bring it to you. Big crowds here for the first 3 championship games, and there's some big crowds here for these games. I'm trying to see where the Bulldog fans are. They're down and to my left. Big contingency for Artesia. And if they don't start announcing pretty quick, I'm going to go ahead and go back to our pregame show. But I wanted you to be able to listen in to the girls being announced here by the PA if we can get it to go. If they can go, I don't know. I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and continue the pregame show. If they come to it, I'll jump back to it so you can hear them be announced. So stay right here. Artesia Bulldog Volleyball State Championship coming up.
Hawker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hawker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hawker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hawkerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Get great service with Pressure Services. Pressure Services LLC specializes in hydrovacs, vacuum trucks, kill trucks, sandblasting and coating, and roustabouts. The Bulldogs are champions on and off the field, and Pressure Services LLC are your champions when it comes to dependable, accountable, and efficient service. When you need it right, Pressure Services will be there for you. Pressure Services LLC, 575-736-1047. Go Bulldogs!
There are things you can do to improve the value of your current home if you plan to sell, and a few things you probably shouldn't do. The folks at Lois Oliver Real Estate are experts in real estate in Artesia and can help you with some great advice. If you want to talk to a local expert about buying or selling a home in Artesia, visit with any of the agents at Lois Oliver Real Estate. We know Artesia, and we're ready to help you buy or sell or find local experts who can answer your questions. Lois Oliver Real Estate. We love it here. Find us at 210 South Roselawn or online at loisoliverrealestate.com. Once again, the best-selling truck in America for the 47th consecutive year is Ford F-150. Nobody sells more trucks than Ford, and nobody has a better selection of new and certified pre-owned Ford trucks than Artesia Ford Sales. Our inventory of Ford F-150 trucks has never been better. Plus, Artesia Ford has a great selection of new and certified pre-owned SUVs like Explorer and Expedition. Find out why Ford F-150 is the best-selling truck in America for yourself. Stop by Artesia Ford Sales today or visit artesiaford.com.
Hey y'all, it's Holly from Nell's Floral. Fall is here and we have a great selection of Halloween and fall floral arrangements and decor to get you in the autumn spirit and so much more. Come visit us at 712 West Dallas Avenue or online at nellsfloral.com or call us at 575-746-3775 today. Nell's Floral, your hometown florist. It's great to be a Bulldog.
With a deep heritage in oil and gas, Abo Empire is focused on safe and effective energy development in New Mexico. We will continue to make strategic investments in this industry to promote the economic and environmental well-being of our company, our partners, and our communities. We are continuing the Yates tradition. From John Yates Jr., Cynthia Yates Price, and their families, we are your partners in the community and proud supporters of Artesia Bulldog and Lady Bulldog Sports.
Welcome back here to the 2024 state playoffs, volleyball style. It's the Rudy's Real Texas Barbecue State Volleyball Tournament, and they are going to introduce the players. So I'm going to let you hear that, then we'll go back and hear from Coach Williams and the balance of our pregame show. So stay right here. I'm going to get the crowd to let you hear them.
The New York Track Takers Association thanks you for your courtesy, respect, and attention during the playing, during the singing of our national anthem. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to our baseline. Let's go, Team Blue. Let's do our player introductions. First, on court number 3, your quad state championship game. We have the number 10 seed, the Bulldogs of Artesia High School. Number 1, Caitlin Bennington. Number 2, Kirkland Miller. Number 3, Jackie Tovar. Number 4, Keely Padilla. Number 5, Ashton Pratt. Number 6, Bridget Miller. Number 7, Sarah Sheffield. Number 8, Jenna Woodmeyer. Number 9, Coleman Harvey. Number 10, Tammy Howard. Number 11, Hattie Harrison. Number 12, Tessa Yates. Number 13, Adrian Harvey. And number 14, Brooklyn Evans. Manager, Lily Klingstern. Assistants, Nettie Llewellyn, Lindsay Blakely, and Brianne Naylor. And head coach, Alan Williams. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the number 1 seed, the Sultans.
All right, I'm back here, and while they introduce the St. Pius Sartans, we're going to go ahead and go to Coach Alan Williams' interview and the balance of our pregame, and then when we come back, hopefully we'll be ready for some state volleyball state championship action as our number 10 Artesia Bulldogs looking to defy all odds and win the state title from the 10 spot. Stay right there. Coach Williams up next. Good evening, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here with Coach Alan Williams. And Coach, what a week so far. Number 10 seeded Lady Bulldogs, your team, you're in the state championship. Before we talk about St. Pius, let's talk about that great win you just got earlier over a very tough Hope Christian team.
Well, ask me that question just a second, but you mentioned something about being the 10th seed and made me, reminded me of the wise words of one Charlie Granger, who said, just like a bulldog, to start at the bottom and finish on top. So
I love it.
We'll take it. Yeah, it makes it much sweeter. Yeah, that game was a grind. Honestly, I think the first 3 games we played here at the tournament, we played better than that game. We struggled in ways that we shouldn't have, especially serving, making some hitting errors. But we had a couple of kids in that game that are role players that stepped up and really did things for us. And I think that made a huge difference. Kids that, haven't been the stars all year long, but we wouldn't have won that game without them. So that was really nice. And I'll tell you another thing about that. I've never seen girls cry so much after they won a game that wasn't a championship as they did that game. I was looking around making sure we were the ones that won. But, yeah, so now we take on Pius here, the number 1 seed. I don't think they've lost to a 4A in at least 2 years. I think their last loss was to Goddard in the state championship 2 years ago. So, yeah, they're a powerhouse. But, hey, we've beaten powerhouses before. So we're looking forward to the challenge. And it's going to be, a grind, but I think it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we're looking forward to it also, Coach. And like you said, Bulldogs are grinding all the way to the top here from the bottom. Not quite the bottom, but the 10 seed and big wins. Congratulations and go Bulldogs.
You bet. Thank you.
Will Banks LLC in Artesia and Hobbs, New Mexico is seeking dedicated and motivated individuals to join their new team specializing in crane services for the construction and production industry in the Permian Basin. Immediate openings are available for Class A CDL flatbed step deck truck operators with pay starting at $28 per hour and full benefit package. Applicants must have a clean driving record, 3 years CDL driving experience, and be able to pass a drug and alcohol screen. For more information, visit willbanks.us. Will Banks is an equal opportunity employer.
Since 2019, Spur Energy Partners has remained dedicated to the markets we operate in, including right here in Artesia, New Mexico. We take pride in our community and strive to be responsible citizens by supporting our local economy, schools, and families. That's why Spur Energy Partners is thrilled to bring the Artesia Bulldog broadcasts to you. Wishing the Bulldogs the best of luck and safe travels. Play hard with Bulldog Pride. This message courtesy of Spur Energy Partners.
What I enjoy most about working at Coterra is just the people.
We all work very well together. We look forward to going to work every day.
I'm challenged day to day, and it's a good challenge, professionally.
The best thing about Coterra is the people. That's what keeps me at the company. The people I work with are awesome.
We encourage a lot of collaboration, and that's just exciting to me when you get to be a part of so many different people's lives.
Coterra Energy, producing energy, empowering people, building community.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
As the seasons change, it can be a great time to refresh your oral health too. Here's a few fall tooth care tips from Smile Expressions in Artesia. Fall is a great time to switch out your toothbrush. Toothbrushes should be replaced every 3 to 4 months. With fall coming comes fall baking, which means lots of sugar-laden treats. In addition to the goodies, try reaching for fruits and vegetables that are rich in fiber. And as the end of your insurance year approaches, now could be the perfect time to take advantage of any unused dental benefits. Please call and schedule your appointment today at Smile Expressions in Artesia.
Bulldog Pride Screen Printing and Embroidery in Artesia is the source for Bulldog fan gear, company gear, and gear for school spirit. Bulldog Pride specializes in embroidered logos for companies, sports, and school attire, and for special gifts. All embroidery at Bulldog Pride is done in-house and never outsourced. For more information, call 575-736-1701 or stop by Bulldog Pride Screen Printing and Embroidery located in the Abo Shopping Center at 1028 South 13th Street in Artesia. Open Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 5.
The Artesia Police Department wants to remind you to lock up your vehicles, take your keys with you, and never leave valuables in your vehicle. If you're looking for a rewarding career in law enforcement, the Artesia Police Department is looking for you. The department is currently hiring certified and uncertified officers. Take advantage of a great retirement plan, paid leave, and medical benefits. Apply in person, online, or call 575-746-5000 for more information. The Artesia Police Department is an equal opportunity employer. And please always remember, don't drink and drive.
Artesia High School Bulldog Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC, proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Stephen, you've been drinking. Give me your keys.
Hand over the keys. It's the right choice. Never drink, then drive.
This message from the Eddy County DWI program.
Hello, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. I see a lot of you on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. And the Artesia Lady Bulldogs are here in the state championship 2024 game as they have battled all year long. And now they are here in the pinnacle of their sport in high school. The state championship going to be taking on the St. Pius X Sartans. And I'm going to talk about for a little bit here how both of these teams got here. The Sartans, I'll start with them. They finished the season 22-3. They won their district champ of D5, District 5 4A, and they were the #1 seed coming into tonight. The last time they lost to a 4A team was 2 years ago in the state title game to the Goddard Rockets when Goddard defeated them in the state game. So they're really good, and they're going to try to go back-to-back here. Here in the tournament, they started off with the 1 seed, so they had a bye And on their side, it was 8-9, Valley and Goddard. Valley the 8 seed, Goddard was the 9 seed, and Valley defeated Goddard 3-1, so they moved on to face St. Pius. In that game, which was Thursday afternoon at 4, St. Pius won 3-0, 25-14, 25-20, and 25-14, so they moved to yesterday afternoon at 4. And on the bottom half of their bracket, Hope Christian and Taos played. Hope Christian, the 5 seed, won 3-0. And Silver was the 4 seed, so they had the bye on the top half of the bracket. Hope Christian, the 5 seed, played Silver, the 4 seed, yesterday at 4 o'clock. And Hope Christian came out on top 3-0, 28-26, 25-14, and 25-14. So that pitted St. Pius, the 1 seed, against Hope Christian yesterday afternoon at 4 o'clock. And they did drop a set. I was incorrect. They defeated Hope Christian 3-1. Losing the first set 23-25, and then winning 25-12, 25-16, and 25-13, and that put them against Silver, who came back through the loser side of the bracket. That game was earlier today, and St. Pius defeated Silver in 3, and I don't have those scores in front of me. I guess, let me see if I can update I thought I'd already updated it, but let's see here. I'm on my iPad. Yeah, it's updated. It's just got to separate. But St. Pius won in 3. They beat them 25-14, 25-11, and 25-16. St. Pius, and that got them here to the championship ball game. So on the bottom half of the bracket, the Artesia Bulldogs, man, my screen, there it goes. It finally straightened up. Played Thursday morning at 10, coming in as the 10 seed, and they played the number 7 seed, Valencia Jaguars. Artesia won the first game 25-18, the second 25-16, and the third 25-18 to defeat Valencia 3-0 and get the sweep. Albuquerque Academy was the 2 seed, and they were waiting on the Bulldogs. And so that game was played at 4 o'clock Thursday afternoon, with the Artesia Bulldogs sweeping Albuquerque Academy 25-22, 25-23, and 25-9 in the last game. Bulldogs really poured it on to Academy. So that put Artesia to the game yesterday afternoon at 4 o'clock. And on the top part of the bottom bracket, it was Portales, also from our district, sweeping Gallup 3-0, and they went to play Santa Teresa, the 3 seed, and Santa Teresa defeated Portales 3-0. So their scores were 25-23, 25-20, and 25-23. So that set Santa Teresa to face the Artesia Bulldogs yesterday afternoon at 4 o'clock. And Artesia falls in game number 1, 20-25, but then comes back and gets the next 3, 25-21, 25-17, and 25-17. So that put Artesia in the semifinals this afternoon at 2 o'clock, and they waited for the winner on the loser side, which happened to be Hope Christian, the 5 seed, who defeated the 2 seed Albuquerque Academy to get to the semifinal round. And Academy had won their district and beat Hope Christian both times in district play, but Hope Christian was able to get the win and move on to play the Bulldogs in the semifinals. And that was an exciting 5 full sets. Bulldogs and Huskies went at it. The Bulldogs win the first set 25-23 and the second set 26-24, and looked to be in the driver's seat up 2-0, but the Huskies from Hope Christian, they battle back. They win the third set 25-22, and then they kind of blow the Bulldogs out 25-14 in set number 4, and seem to have all the momentum going into the 5th and final deciding set to move on to the state championship. But our Artesia Lady Bulldogs came through, and they win 15-12 in that final ball game. And so St. Pius sweeps Silver to get here, the 4 seed. The 1 seed sweeps the 4 seed, and our Artesia Bulldogs, the 10 seed, go 3-2 over the 5 seed Hope Christian, and that's where we ended up right here with Artesia playing St. Pius. And they're still doing warm-up. So what happened was they or what happens is they go through a lot of process before they actually get out on the court and warm up. And so St. Pius now on the court warming up. Looks like they got about 6 minutes before they, well, it'll be even longer than that before they actually start playing. So we've got some time here on the pregame show. So I think what I'll do is just talk a little bit about the Bulldog football team this afternoon as they played the Lovington Wildcats. Most of you listening in here probably either were at Bulldog Bowl or you were watching it online, one of our many places to do that. Robbie Blue and Josh Howard had the call, and the Bulldog, or I should say the Lovington Wildcats, came out and had almost a full quarter of football that they took their offense and drove down the field and got the score and led the Bulldogs with just under 3 minutes left in the first quarter, 7-0. But of course our Bulldog offense came out and was hot right off the bat. They drive down the field in those couple 3 minutes and they score and tie it up. And so going into the second quarter, it was all tied up at 7-7. But then the Bulldogs just really showed up and never looked back as the offense was stellar. We had a block punt. We had an interception. I think they fumbled, Lovington did. We had all kinds of great plays from all over the field, defensively and offensively, and our Artesia Bulldogs take care of business 45-7 over the Lovington Wildcats and move on to play the semifinals next week. And now Roswell won pretty easily last night as well as they defeated Highland big. And so Roswell moves on as well to the semifinals. They'll be playing Gadsden next week from our district. And I think that, I didn't look, that game I believe is in Roswell, but it may be at Gadsden. But in either case, Roswell will be playing the Gadsden Panthers in the semifinal on one side of the bracket, the 1 seed and they were the 4 seed. And then our Artesia Bulldogs, the 2 seed, will be playing the Mayfield Trojans, who were the 5 seed coming into the state tournament. And that game I got confirmed will be next week in Artesia. So the Bulldogs will be playing Mayfield. And if you recall back to the game during district, Mayfield is a tough team. They played really well. They got a great running game, a good quarterback. And so the Bulldogs defense will have their hands full with that running game. And they played decent defense, although the Bulldogs offense looks to be unstoppable, averaging 50 points a game this year and just kind of running through opposing defenses. But Mayfield's going to come in wanting to get that win in the worst way. Of course, the Bulldogs want to as well. So that'll be the big matchup next weekend at Bulldog Bowl. That's Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. We'll be there. I think we'll have video on it. I know that Gene shouldn't be working, but he is from his rehab position over in Lubbock. But either he or someone will probably call the NMAA this week and see if we can buy the rights to carry that semifinal game on video. And my guess is they won't send anybody down. NFHS won't, so we should be able to have those rights, but that won't be known probably till next week, unless it's already known, and then somebody can tell me via text, Jeffrey or the Roswell, because the Roswell guys will be doing the same thing. Gene or somebody will be saying about carrying the Roswell games on KSVPTV.com as well. So we should have both semifinal matches or games on KSVPTV.com, both Roswell and Artesia, if the NFHS doesn't send anybody, and I kind of doubt they do. Hopefully that'll be the case. But Robbie Blue, myself, Josh Howard, our statistician who filled in for me today, and everybody else on staff will be at Bulldog Bowl next week, and we plan to bring that game to you wherever you're at in the world. If you got internet, you got a screen, you can probably tune in and watch. And if for some reason we don't get to buy the rights, well, we'll have it audio only, but we'll certainly be there to bring that game to you. And I'm excited about it. I don't like to miss football games, but I tell you what, I was willing and lucky to miss today, just because what a run here by the Artesia Lady Bulldogs. I mean, it's not very often that you see a Cinderella, and that's what everybody was thinking. And I'll share a story with you guys. I was sitting up in the corner here at the center, the Rio Rancho Event Center, where they put media, and there wasn't any media up there but me in this particular game, and I can't remember which game it was. I think it was the one maybe yesterday at 4 o'clock. But up in that corner, all the officials, not all of them obviously, but a lot of officials came streaming in there and stayed in that booth because they said, I talked to some of them, and they said that nobody gave them anywhere to sit, so they were using the media spot. And there wasn't very many stations here. There were probably 3 or 4 that I saw. Of course, I wasn't here all day every day, but anyhow, I was doing this. I was calling the games, and we were on a break, and I had my headsets off, and I could hear the officials talking down through there, and I heard one say, well, Artesia's really not that good, but I guess they're scrappy. And of course, you know what I want. If you guys know me, and a lot of people, there's going to be a lot of you that do know me, I wanted to turn and have a word with the gentleman, but my sin self wanted to come out and have some words with the guy. I don't know, I shouldn't, and I did not, but I wanted to because it kind of ticked me off, kind of made me mad. He said, well, they're not very good this year. They're just playing scrappy. But I didn't say anything, and of course the Bulldogs went on to win. They beat Santee, and then they won today, and here they are in the state championship game as the 10 seed. And if you'll remember, during the season, it was kind of a hot and cold season for the Artesia Bulldogs as they end up finishing just over 500 and third in district. Goddard and Pertalis were in front of us, and there was even a little bit of a question if we were going to get into the playoffs as the 3 seed. I think there was a little bit of a worry there, but the Bulldogs were seeded, and rightfully so, because when they are playing well, like I said, kind of had a hot and cold season, but when they're playing well during that hot part, man, they looked unstoppable, and that's kind of how they've looked here this weekend. And it's too bad we can't stream these games for you, but at least we video, but at least we get to do audio, and I'm tickled pink to be able to be up here, and I was glad that Robbie and Josh got to do the Bulldog football game today as well. We're so blessed in Artesia, New Mexico, because we've got a radio station in Pecos Valley Broadcasting Company, and Gene Dow, the general manager, that is willing to put forth the effort and the money to do these kind of things. And of course, without the great sponsors we have, we wouldn't be able to do any of it. And we've got, I don't know how many, it's a lot of sponsors that sponsor Bulldog Sports. And again, just so blessed in Artesia, New Mexico, because we're able to bring most games to you, not only radio, but also on KSVPTV.com. We're also able to take them, of course, to Facebook and YouTube, and most schools don't have this luxury. Again, I only saw 2 or 3 radio stations here, and there's a lot of teams playing, 1 through 5A, and I only saw 3 or 4 stations. So we get to travel, and we get to go cover games, and I always say get to, because it is a get-to thing in my mind. It's not a have-to. It's I want to do it, and I know Robbie wants to do it, and all of our other folks that get to do this love to cover the Artesia Bulldogs as former Bulldogs ourselves. All right, so both teams have done their hitting, and now it looks like they're going to go to the bench, and we're finally going to get underway. Probably tired of hearing me talk about that kind of stuff. Not really, because we're talking about Bulldog sports. But we're going to get underway, it appears. The teams are getting in there. Well, they're not going to introduce them again, are they? No, they're not. They're going to do their normal routine where they go around the corners and shake hands, pat hands, and then they'll get on the starting lineups, they'll get on the floors. On the 6A schools, I thought it was Sandia because of the shirts that the one team was wearing. It's not. It's La Cueva. They had some light blue with red on them, and that's Sandia's colors, but it's La Cueva High School, and they're taking on the undefeated Las Cruces Bulldogs in the 6A game, and there is a court between us that is vacant. So Court 1 will have the 6A game going. Court 3 will have our game going, and the officials now on their spots. They've told the teams to come together and shake hands at midcourt, which they are now doing, and then we'll get started. You hear fans going. There's a big crowd here for St. Pius, and it makes sense. That's where St. Pius is, right down south here in Albuquerque. The Bulldogs with a big crowd as well, so happy to see, and always travel well, the Bulldog fans. And they had to compete with the Bulldog football program, which had the home game today, but still a big crowd up here for Artesia. And now both teams on their respective courts. The Bulldogs on the court right below me, and The Sartans on the far court, so I'll have the Bulldogs backs to me here as I'm just at an angle from them. And they're still all in their circle there talking about it. The 6A game about ready to go as they're doing their sub in, but now the two teams will break. And I'll give you the starting lineup for the Bulldogs, which I expect it to be what it's been all day and yesterday and the day before. So Ashton Kraft, Demery Howard, Kirkland Miller, Kaylee Padilla, Hattie Harrison, and Jenna Whitmire's on the floor, but she'll rotate out to get the rotation set. And coming in, it will be Carmen Harvey, the libero for the Artesia Bulldogs. On the other side, it'll be number 15, Grace Grady. She is a freshman. Number 6, Maya Baca. She's 5'11". She is a senior. Let's see, number 5, Jasmine Martinez. She is a junior. The libero is number 3, Maya Perea. She is a junior. And number 10, junior Alyssa Bindiscas. And then let's see, did I miss anybody? I did. Number 12, junior Madera Sancida. All right, so we're ready to go. Bulldogs in black with white numbers, orange lettering. The St. Pius Sartans in black with yellow jerseys and black shorts. Here's the first serve by Carmen Harvey. Great serve. They get it up, and it's an ace for the Bulldogs as they got it up into the net, and it falls 1-0 Artesia. Carmen grinning from ear to ear. She comes back to serve again. What a great serve there for her. She has been serving like that all season long. And here's her next serve. Another knuckleball dug up in the back row. They're going to have to chase it, though. They will get it over, but it'll just be a get over, and it's long. 2-0 Bulldogs. And I'm getting lots of texts here. All right, so I'll read those later. Carmen back to go, and from the right side, another knuckleball. And it's just long. They got out of the way of it. Number 10, Alyssa Bendiscus gets out of the way, and they're going to have two trade-in, number 11 and number 1. That's going to be Theron Stafford, number 1, and number 11 is Sierra Sanchez. Back to serve will be Stafford. She's going to serve from the right side, down 2-1 to the Bulldogs. And the serve, and it's a knuckleball, dug up. Chasing it down is Miller on the left side behind the line. Padilla, they dig it up on the back row, set it in the middle, big swing, and that's going to be a kill off the block of Hattie Harrison. Number 6 with the kill, Maya Baca. She's that senior, 5'11", and that ties it up 2-2. So back again to serve is Sanchez from the right side. Here's the serve, Harvey up to Miller. She has to chase it a little over to the left side. Hattie Harrison with the big swing and the big kill. 3-2 Bulldogs as she absolutely hammered it from the left side. Back to serve for the Bulldogs now will be Ashton Kraft. She starts off in the middle and then goes to the right with her big jump serve, and here it is. Nice serve, dug up in the back row. They're going to set it up over on the left side. Big swing, and it's out. Bulldogs point. That was number 12. Mayetta Sancida, and her kill shot was long. So the Bulldogs double up 4-2, and Ashton back again to serve. Here's her jump serve from the right side. Going to go right back to the back. It's up in the air. Set up on the right side. Big swing. Digging it up with the Bulldogs. It's going to go to the left side. Swing and long for no tip. They looked to see if there was a tip, and that was Howard on the left side. Good dig back there by Padilla, and now a swap coming in. Number 9 checking in. That's Lola Gonzalez on their side. For us, Tovar checks in, and Kraft will take a break. Back to serve for the Sartans is number 9, Lola Gonzalez, who just checked in. She's starting off on the right side. Tovar, Miller, and just going to get it over. Back to the back row is Howard. They're going to set it up in the middle. Big swing, dug up by Tovar. Harrison at the net, but number 6 is up there and got it over the top. Maya Baca, the 5'11" young lady, was able to get it to the right of Harrison. She had her left hand there. She went to the right side. It was up on the net, and they win. 4-4 is the score. Gonzalez again from the right side, back to serve, her left. Here's the serve. It's going to go backwards. They're going to have to go chase it, and we're just going to get it over. And they just get it over. Oh, man, that was a weird-looking play as we have to go all the way back to the right corner, get it up in the air, and we just get it over. And then there, instead of setting up in their offense, they pop it over, not meaning to, and it falls on the left side of our court, nobody there. So 5-4 St. Pius. Again, here's the serve. Carmen, kind of straight up in the air, so Miller has to go get it. And that was, I thought it was in. He started to point his flag down, then he waved it up. Harrison from right in front of the 10-foot line as that pass brought Miller all the way back on that serve. So 6-4 St. Pius. And again, Gonzalez from the left side. Here's the serve. This time Tovar. Again, we're going to have to chase it down from behind the 10-foot line. Going to just get it over is Carmen. There you go, back set. Number one with the big swing, and it's in down the line, and that was Theron Stafford with the kill. So they take a 3-point lead, do the Sartans, as again, Gonzalez gets the ball. She'll start out over there on that left side. And here's the serve. Tovar. Harrison has to chase it down. Bulldogs just going to get this over Padilla. They'll set it up to their number 3, and then on the right side, big swing. Tovar gets it up. Miller gets it over, but they're calling a double hit on the Bulldogs. 8-4, St. Pius. Again, number 9, Gonzalez, Lola Gonzalez. She's been serving 4. This is her 5th in a row. We were winning 4-3 when she took over serving. She goes, and it's in. Ace, boy, she went cross court from the left to the right. Padilla went to get it, and then right at the last minute thought it was going to go out, let it go, and it falls right in. So 9-4 St. Pius. Gonzalez again from her left side. Here's the serve. Again goes that way. Padilla gets it up into the air. Over. They're going to get it to Tovar. Tovar up in the air to Miller on the left side. Hattie Harrison down the line, out. Way wide. She tried to go down the line, and she immediately, as soon as she hit it, I saw her. And Coach Williams takes a timeout as we're down 10-4 here in set number 1. We'll go ahead and take a timeout as well.
The biggest sale of the year is finally here. The year-end liquidation sale is on now at Carlsbad Ford. All remaining 2024s must go to make room for the new models, and that means thousands in rebates, discounts, and savings. Get a 2024 Expedition with APR as low as 1.9% for 36 months and $1,000 customer cash, plus 1.9% for 36 months on 2024 Mustangs and F-150 and below models, and 0% for 36 months and $500 customer cash on 2024 Escape. Savings across the lot during the year-end liquidation sale at Carlsbad Ford, 2802 West Pierce.
All right, as we come back out of this timeout, the Bulldogs wanted to get that magic timeout, that bullet timeout to stop the bleeding. 10-4 St. Pius here in set number 1. As the Bulldogs defense back on the floor and St. Pius on the floor as well. Gonzalez gets the ball from the corner official and takes a look, waiting for the go-ahead, which she now has. And here's the serve. Tovar, back row, kind of straight up. Miller chases it down, goes back to Hattie, and then she hits it into the net. She was way back. The pass was way back. Miller went to got it, and then it went off to the left. Maddie tried to just underhand it to get it over, and it didn't make it. So 11-4. Gonzalez on a 8-point run here. Left side, Padilla, and it goes way off to the left, out of play. Hattie goes and gets it. And now Miller will just put it over. Free ball. They set it up on the right side. Big swing, and that's out. Oh, no, they say we tipped it. It hit Padilla. She tried to get out of the way, but big swing there for number 6, Maya Baca. All right, 12-4. They're on a run. 9-point run. Going to go back to Padilla, and going to have to come and chase it. Over to the left side, Padilla from behind the 10-foot line. They dig it up on the back row. They're in ready, and they're going to tip it up in the air. It's dug up by Padilla. Now Miller's just going to send it over, and way too long. Bulldogs really cold right now. 13-4 is our score. Coach Williams stands up and gives them some encouragement. Bulldogs not getting into their system at all here in this run. Get it over. Padilla, this time they're going to get in system. Big swing by Hattie. They dig it up on the left side. and they'll just get it over. Bulldogs will have a free ball. Tovar to Miller. Miller again to Hattie in the middle. She's going to tip it to the left, and there's a kill. It went through the hands of one of the Sartans. So finally, we get it out of that cycle. It's 13-5 as Evans will check in for Howard. And Evans will go back to serve. 5 serving 13. We're down by 8 here in set number 1. And so now we need to go on a run. See if the Bulldogs can do that. Here's the serve. The libero gets it up into the air, chase it down. Here's a big swing, and that'll be a kill. Number 6, once again, Maya Baca from the left side. She'll check out. Coming in for her will be number 7. Also checking in is another big. She won't turn. Let me see her number. Number 10, Bendinskas checks back in. And going back to serve, St. Pius hits the net. That was number 7, Ibarra. She'll rotate right back out. Number 3, the Perea, will check right back in. Carmen Harvey will take a seat. Whitmire in, and Hattie Harrison back to serve. 14-6, St. Pius here in set number 1. And Hattie, whoa, that just came off her hand really strange. It just went to the right and hit the bottom of the net, almost out of bounds. So that's a point. 15-6 as number 15 checks in on the opposite side. That's Grady. She'll go back to serve on Artesia's side. Let's see who checked in. Somebody did for Hattie. Oh, Carmen checked back in. Padilla. Miller chased it a little bit. Padilla comes across, hits it right into the net. The Bulldogs are just struggling right now. As we kind of got into system, but she hit it on the lower half of the net on her big swing. So struggling. We're down by 10, 16-6. Here's the serve. Hits the net and falls back on their side, so that'll be point Artesia. As checking back into the ball game for the Bulldogs will be Ashton Kraft. Tovar will get a break, and back to serve will be Kirkland Miller. 16-7. Bulldogs down by 9. Here's the jump serve. Good serve. Back to the back row. They're going to get in the middle. Big swing, and that is out. It was number 16, Caitlin Sweeten. She's another one of their bigs. I missed her coming in a minute ago, but she is in. And that was long, so point Artesia, 16-8. Here's Miller with the serve. Back to the back row, dug up back there. They're going to have to chase it, so there's a big swing, though. And good job by Evans. Gets it back to Miller on the left side. Padilla, they're going to dig it up, but it's off of them, and they can't get to it. A kill for Kaylee Padilla. Bulldogs now within 6, 16-10. Or I guess they flipped it fast to 16-9. As Miller gets to serve again. She's on a run. Need to stay on this run. Here's the serve. Right over the net, and that's an ace. Back row back there, number 9, Gonzalez had it go off sideways. That's where she's gone each time. 16-10. Kirkland ready to go again. Bulldogs down by 6. This time she goes at her again. They're going to have to chase it down. Big swing, tapped at the net. Back to Miller, and now to Kaylee. She gets it over. They dig it up on the back row. Another big swing, and that's a kill for number 10. She went left, Alyssa Bendikas, and she'll now go back to serve as number 9 checks out. That's Lola Gonzalez. And the score 17-10, St. Pius. Here's the serve. Padilla, Miller cross set. Ashton just over the top and just drops right behind the double block on the left side. Point Artesia with the soft kill. Howard will check back in. Evans will get the break, and the Bulldogs down by 6 with Kaylee Padilla back to serve. Kaylee shifts over from the middle to the middle right, just a couple foot shift. Here's her jump serve, goes back row. They chase it down, go to the left side. It's a tip over, but there's Miller to Padilla. She goes left side. Howard hit it into the net. So Howard with a big swing on the left side, but goes straight into the middle of the net. Checking back in on the other side is the libero, number 3, and also checking in number 6. So Baca checks back in, and Perea will go back to serve. She's going to go almost outside of the court on the left side. Here's the left serve, and it's dug up by Carmen, but it goes into the net. So an ace 19-11. Once again, Perea back on the very corner over there on the left side. Here's her jump serve. This time it's a pass up to Miller. Back set, slide, swing there, but they dig it up on the back row. That was Kraft. Big swing and a kill. Again, number 12, Mayetta Sancida, another one of their bigs. She was on the left side. She swings down that line and gets the kill. It's 20-11, back to a 9-point lead as Maya Perez on that left corner. Here's her jump serve. Padilla up to Miller, and Miller just pushes it over because it was right on the net. They're going to have a chance here from behind the 10-foot line, and it's out. Number 16 went long. That was Sweeten. And so the Bulldogs get the point. 20-11 as Whitmire takes a seat. Harvey back in, Harrison back in, and Harvey back to serve. Right of the middle is where Carmen is, and she waits to go ahead from the official, who now gives it to her. 12 serving 20. Bulldogs down by 8, and she hits it into the net, so an unforced error. 21-12. And 2 checking back in for St. Pius, number 11 and number 1. That's Stafford and Sanchez. And Sanchez, number 11, will go back to serve. She's serving from the far right side. As we saw the... goes back to Harvey, goes straight up in the air, kind of backwards. Howard goes and gets it. Now Miller's just going to tap it over. Free ball as they set up. There's a big kill. Wow, number 6. She was on top of that thing and hit it straight down with a head of steam with the kill, Maya Baca. 22-12, 10-point lead for the Sartans. As again, Sanchez over on the far right side gets it over. Harvey to Miller. Miller left side. Harrison with the big swing, and she gets the kill. She goes cross court and gets the kill as Perea back there, the libero, dove for it but couldn't get there. All right, so Ashton Kraft to serve, down 22-13. And here's her jump serve. Hits the net and falls. So again, we've talked about that a lot. That's hard for any team to get to, and they were unable to. So it hits that net and falls on the other side for the ace. 22-14. Bulldogs down by 8. Here's the jump serve, Kraft, and that's long. Hit it about 10 foot too long. 23-14. Tovar will check in for Ashton. Back to serve will be who? They're doing a rotation here. Number 9's coming in for, I think she's coming in for 12. She is. So number 9, Lola Gonzalez, will go back to serve. If my memory serves me, she's the one that ran on like a 9-point serving run, maybe 10. She is back to serve again. 23-14 is the lead for St. Pius. Here's her serve. Tovar hits it over. Happy birthday. But Tovar digs it up. Now they'll set it up. They go cross court. The running is Tovar or Padilla in the back. Miller left side. Big swing. They dig it up out of the net, and they're going to say in the net on St. Pius. So it'll be Bulldog point on the kill by Howard. They got it up into the air, but it goes down. Well, they got into the net, so I guess you don't count it as a kill. Evans checking in for Howard. Evans will go back to serve. 23-15, 8-point lead here for St. Pius in the first match. On the court next to us is 20-13 in favor of Las Cruces. Perea up front. There's going to be a big swing, and it's out. As I'm trying to see her number 10. Bendinskas, I think is how you say it. Point Artesia, 16-23, down by 7. Now Evans going to move over to the left side. Here's her serve. They dig it up. Pass up front. Here's a big swing, and that's a kill. Bendiscus that time doesn't go long. She hits it down in the middle of the court with a ton of steam. Checking back in for the libero is number 16, and also in is number 7. So Ibarra will go back to serve. 16 is Sweeten. She looks like she's about 5'11". They got about 4 girls that are 5'10 plus. Or they look tall. Here's the hit over. Evans, Miller in the middle. Big swing. It's blocked at the net by Sweeten. Harrison with the big swing, but she is stuffed. And that is it. 25-16. That was set point as St. Pius takes set number 1, 25-16. Stay right here. We'll be back with more action live from the state championships in Rio Rancho.
Southeast New Mexico College offers a variety of associate degrees and certificates to help you pursue your educational goals. You'll find high-quality, affordable associate programs like business and nursing. Certificate programs like natural gas compression, welding, and industrial maintenance are offered to serve the common needs. Find your direction at SENMC. Navigate new pathways through higher learning at Southeast New Mexico College. Learn more at senmc.edu.
It's the pre-Thanksgiving savings meat sale at Fens Country Market in Artesia. Grade A honeysuckle white young turkeys, 98 cents a pound. Preferred trim T-bone steaks, family pack, $7.99 a pound. Boneless pork sirloin roast, $1.79 a pound. And choice boneless beef arm roast, family pack, $3.99 a pound at Fens Country Market in Artesia. And right now, Pepsi Select Flavors 24-pack cube, $10.99 each at Fens Country Market in Artesia.
Devon Energy is proud to support Artesia High School athletic programs. By partnering with Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs from Devon Energy.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Russell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
All right, the Bulldogs get their rotation in order. It'll be Harrison, Howard, Yates, Harvey, and Padilla to go along with Miller. And on the other side, they're waiting to get their order in as Perea checks in, their libero. Las Cruces just wrapped up set number one. They won 25-14 over La Cueva. All right, so St. Pius will serve number 13. That is Robertson. She's a junior. Here's her serve. Harvey, Miller, left side. Hattie Harrison with the roll shot. They dig it up. Number 13 sets up on the left side. It's tipped at the net, and it falls as Hattie Harrison got up for the block and tipped it, and then it fell in the middle. Harvey dove for it. Couldn't get there. 1-0. St. Pius. And so there's a waiting for just a minute. I'm not sure exactly why, but now they give the go-ahead. And so Ava Robertson again with the serve. Harvey up to Miller. Miller back set over to behind the line to Padilla. They dig it up on the backside. Now another big swing, and it's going to be a kill. Number 12, Mayetta Sencita on that left side. Harrison and Yates up for the block, but it hits one of them, goes straight down. 2-0. St. Pius. I guess Sartans means Pirates because that's what they've been saying on their side. Harvey again to Miller. She goes to the left side, and there's a big swing. Dug up on the back row. And on the left side, or the right side, Padilla, Miller's just going to hit it over as it was right up on the net. They dig that up. Another big swing. A good dig there by Carmen. Padilla over to the left side and hit it into the net. Howard. So 3-0 here in set number 2. Having a hard time getting into system are the Bulldogs. When they're getting them off that back row, the pass is really almost straight up, so Miller has to chase it down. And that time they let it go. Good job that time by Carmen Harvey because she went to get it and then did the old lay, got out of the way, and it was about a foot out. So 3-1 now. Bulldogs down by 2 as Tessa Yates will get ready for her jump serve from the right side. And here it is. Back on the back row. They get it up to the front row, right in the middle. Big swing, and it's long. Padilla and Harvey get out of the way of it. Let's see who took a swing at that. I think it was number 9. No, number 6, Baca. But she hit it long. So 3-2, St. Pius. Here is Tessa. Goes on that left side. And there's a happy birthday. And they get it back up off the net. Padilla, Miller on the left side, goes to Hattie, and they're going to call them in the net. So and the coach for St. Pius is shaking her head no and shaking her finger no. But they called something on St. Pius in the net, and she's still saying no. I hope this didn't get overturned. The libero, Perea, is going to go over and talk to the referee that was up in the... they're calling 2 hits. That's what it was. It was in the net, and they're calling 2 hits, or at least that's what Artesia fans are standing up showing. Whatever it is, Perea still has the ear of the head official that's up on the ladder, still talking to her. And they have earphones, the 2 officials, so they don't have to cross. They're talking to each other right now. I see her looking across the net to the official on the floor. And so worst case, St. Pius is asking for the old do-over. But right now the point went to Artesia. And the Pius coach still shaking her head no and telling the official across the court. And they're going to do it. Dadgummit, they overturn it. I don't know. I guess it's not home field advantage here, but man, now Coach Williams is up arguing his case. I mean, well, whatever it is, it's what they called. It's going to be called turn it over. So Coach Williams talks to the official, but to no avail. They're not going to turn it over twice. So Tessa will serve again. Do-overs, 3-2, 1-point lead for St. Pius. Here's Yates. Goes that left side, dug up. They get it on the front row. Big swing, blocked out of bounds by Harrison. Again, number 12, Maria Sancido, and she's going to check out, it looks like. Coming in for her will be number 9, Lola Gonzalez, and Gonzalez will go back to serve. Leading 4-2 here in set number 2. It's 3-3 on the court over to my right. La Cueva and Las Cruces. All right, so Gonzalez, she starts off on her left. And here's her jump serve. And they get it up to the Bulldogs. Barely. Harrison's just going to get it over. So free ball. Perea in the middle. There's going to be a swing. Diving by Padilla or by Tovar. Bulldogs get it over, and then they're capped right at the line, right at the net. As Howard just got it over, or tried to hit it over hard, but kind of roll spinned it, and number 6 was right there, Baca, and she puts it right back down on the Bulldog side of things. All right, so Gonzalez back on her left side. Here's a jump serve. She's going to go left. Padilla up in the air, have to chase it. Miller, she goes up front to Harrison. Harrison rolls shot over, dug by Perea. They're going to send it over to the left side. Big swing, and there's a kill. Down the line on the left side for number 10, Alyssa Bendinskas. 6-2 St. Pius. As Gonzalez back to serve from her left side. Here's the jump serve. Tovar, that's an ace. She was unable to handle it. Oh, no, that's not Tovar. That was Brecken Miller had checked in. I missed her checking in. Sorry about that. And she was unable to handle it. Ace, and Coach Williams calls a timeout. 7-2 here in set number 2. Bulldogs down by 5. We'll take a timeout as well.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpinning & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpinning & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
All right, the Bulldogs break their huddle. St. Pius has already broken theirs, and so they're waiting out there. Bulldogs are on defense out there, and Gonzalez waiting on the ball from the corner judge. All right, they finally get into position. These officials, I guess, are tired, kind of just strolling to their positions. 7-2. Here's the serve. Miller to Miller, left side, Harrison. They tip it at the net, set up on the left side. Big swing. Nope, she just gets it over. Miller to Miller, she'll tip it over, so they're going to have another in system. There's a swing. Howard gets it up into the air, and what are they going to say here? 2 hits. So chasing it down was on the left side was Carmen, and they say she hit it twice. 8-2. St. Pius. Gonzalez on that left side. Here's a jump serve. Gonna float it. Carmen to Miller to Hattie on the left side. Kill shot. Hattie Harrison goes cross court from left to right. Hammers it home. Bulldogs get 3 now on the board. It's 8-3. And checking in will be Evans. Howard will get a break, and Evans, Brooklyn, will go back to serve. She's going to move over to the left side this time. Here's her serve. Dug up in the back row, number 13, back set. And there's a kill. Boy, they just kill it from almost anywhere. And then on that kill was Bendinskas. I don't know why I'm trouble. Bendinskas with the kill. Number 4 checks in. That's Lucero. She'll go back to serve. Also checking in was number 13, Robertson, for the Sartans as they lead 9-3. Here's a jump serve from the left side. Harvey, Miller, Padilla on the left side hits the net, and they're going to say it was net, not tipped. So point St. Pius. Back to serve once again is Elijah Lucero, and she'll go over to that left side. Waiting for her. Now the jump serve. Padilla chasing it down and they're going to say what? She was over the line. So I was watching on our side, and all St. Pius had stopped, and the corner official there was waving her hand as Carmen checks out. Whitmire in, and Hattie Harrison back to serve on the other side. Perea checked back in, their libero. So the Bulldogs 4, St. Pius 10, and Hattie, hit it in the net. 11-4 as Hattie takes a seat. Back in Carmen Harvey. On the other side, 2 come in, number 15 and number 5. So Martinez is number 5 and 15 is Grady. She goes back to serve. She'll start in the middle. Go straight at Harvey, and it goes backwards. Padilla will chase it down, get it forward, and then just getting it over. Free ball. And then they messed up on it. They kind of overrun it as Whitmire on the free ball got it over the backside of one of the Sartans, and she hit it, but it went backwards. So point Artesia. 5-11. Yates will come in for Brecken Miller, and back to serve will be Kirkland Miller for the Bulldogs. Down by 6 here in set 2, 11-5. Kirkland going to go on a run. Here's her jump serve. Back row dug up to the front. They get into system quickly, and there's a kill shot for Big 16, Caitlin Sweeten. Number 12 is going to check in. That's Sancida. And back to serve is Bendinskas. I'm going to spell it for you guys here in a minute. She's going to just lob it over. Padilla comes up and unable to get it over, and no Bulldogs went to get it. That looked really strange. Padilla came all the way up, got under it, went straight up on our side of the net, and no Bulldogs moved to it. Maybe it bounced, and I didn't realize it. All right, here's the serve. Going to go to Padilla. Miller, cross court to Yates. She tips it over. Now they're going to get a big swing at it on the back side. Evans gets it up on the net. They block it, but they're saying, what? 2 hits on who? I sure didn't see it, but they called 2 hits on the Bulldogs. 14-5 as Bendinskas goes back to serve again. 9-point lead. She goes over to the left, and diving was Evans. It's over the net. Happy birthday, but the Bulldogs dig it up. Padilla, and they're saying somebody got in the net. And hopefully that's on them. It is, so Bulldog point. 6 serving 14. Kaylee Padilla back to serve. Howard will check back in. Evans will get a break. Bulldogs down by 8 here in set number 2. Down 1-0 are the Bulldogs here in the state championship game. And here's the jump serve. Kaylee Back row, dug up into the air. Number 15 will chase it down, go to the left side. Here's a big swing. It's tipped to the net by Whitmire. Miller and Howard, they tip it at the net, get it back up front, set it up, back set to number 6. Her swing is blocked. That's Howard with the block. Point, Artesia on the left side. Howard gets up, blocks it down in the middle. So Artesia back within 7, 14-7. Kaylee Padilla back to serve, just right of middle. Here's her jump serve, and it hits the net. Ooh, we've had some of those unforced errors here in this state championship game. Not as many in our earlier games. As checking in for number 4 is number 6, Maya Baca, back into the rotation. And Maya Perea back to serve all the way over in that left corner. She's actually outside the court where she starts, and then she comes to the left corner. Server's over. Padilla up to Howard. And was it in? It was not. So Miller tried to just tip it over. It was right up on the net, and she tipped it over to her right, and it was just outside the line. So point goes to the Sartans. 16-7. Maya Perea once again back, ready to go. Here's the serve. Padilla goes off to her left. Yates back to Miller. She hits it over. Free ball for them. They back set it to number 6. Her big swing is dug up by Miller on the back row. Padilla is going to go to the left and find the 10-foot line. Howard gets it over. They dig it up to the left side. Here's a swing and a kill for number 12, Maria Sancida, down the line. 17-7, 10-point lead for the Sartans. Maya Perea way over outside the court on the left, and she comes forward to the left corner. Here's her jump serve. It tips. Padilla gets it up in the air. Miller back set to Whitmire. Big swing. They get it back up in the air, and it's going to be a kill as it went off of the block, and as she came down and went off her shoulder. But all counted as a kill. Bulldogs 8, St. Pius 17. And Whitmire takes a break. Coming back in is Carmen Harvey, and she's back to serve. Down by 9, her jump serve. Perea in the back row, set up by number 13. Number 6 just going to tip it. Oh, nobody there for the Bulldogs. Wow. Looked like we were stuck in mud that time, as that should have been just a free ball, but it's going to go down as a kill for number 6, Baca. All right, checking in is number 13, Robertson, and she'll go back to serve. Also checking in, I think, was number 10, Bendinskas, checks back in. And serving is number 13, Robertson. Padilla over to the right side, and then back to Padilla, and she's going to hit it long from behind the 10-foot line. 19-8, St. Pius kind of running away with it again here in set number 2. The Bulldogs just need to calm down and gather up. Back to serve is Robertson from the right side. Her serve. Carmen to Miller, right side. Tessie Yates is going to go to the left side. They dig that up, and then they just put it over. But there's Carmen to Miller, and Howard with the swing. It's dug up on our side by Carmen. Back set. Tessie Yates blocked at the net, and that is a point. St. Pius. 20-8. Pius leads here in set number 2. And once again, Robertson back to serve. From the right middle right. Here's her serve. Harvey, Miller to the left side. Hattie Harrison, big kill. Goes off their block and out of bounds, so Hattie gets the kill. Bulldogs get to 9, and that'll put Tessa Yates back to serve. Down by 11, 20-9 is our score. Tessa gets the go-ahead, and here comes her jump serve from the right side. Nice serve, dug up on the back row. Looks like going to be a happy birthday, but they dig it up, and then a big swing and a kill for number 6 right in the middle, Maya Baca. 21-9 as Breckenmiller checks in for Yates. On the other side, number 9 checks in. That's Gonzalez, and she's the one that gets a lot of the, at least here in the first 2 sets, she has been very good from the serving standpoint. She goes back to the left side. 21-9, St. Pius, set number 2. Here's the jump serve. Carmen just gets to it. Back row, Padilla gets it over. Perea gets it up in the air. Number 13 goes to the left side. Big swing and a big kill. Number 10, Bendinskas. Her name is spelled Bendinskas. Bendinskas is how I've been trying to say it. 22-9. Bulldogs down here in set number 2 to the St. Pius X Sartans. Here's the serve. Brecken up to Kirkland. Back set. Just going to tip it over. They tip it back down. Kappas. That was Howard, just tried to tip it over, and number 6 was right there, Maya Baca. She gets the block and point. 23-9, St. Pius. And Gonzalez again on a run here. Here's her jump serve, and that's going to be an ace. It goes off of our freshman, Miller, off to the right side. So set point, 24-9 here in set number 2. There's a ball coming over, but it gets pushed back. 24-9, here is Gonzalez. Miller, up to Miller. Cross court to Hattie. Hattie's just going to tip it over the block, and that's a kill for Hattie. 24-10, as Brooklyn will check in for Demery. And Evans will go back to serve. Howard will take a seat. Bulldogs have to go on a massive run. They can't give up 1 point. They've got to score 50. They got to score 14 to get it tied up. 14 in a row, which could happen. Brooklyn's going to move over to the left side. Here's her serve, dug up by Perea. Number 13 right in the middle. Big swing and a big kill. Number 6, Maya Baca, and that will end set number 2, 25-10 over the Artesia Bulldogs, our Artesia Bulldogs. All right, so we're going to go into set 3. We're going to have to win 3 in a row. That'll be the goal of the Bulldogs. We'll go ahead and get our break going here. We'll be right back.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpinning & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpinning & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
To be a champion, each team member must do their part to help the team win. That is true in business too. Edge Safety and Services LLC want to do their part to help your business win. They specialize in several field services: sandblasting, coating steamers, pressure washing, repairs, and cleanouts. Edge Safety also offers drug and alcohol screening and on-site services and safety trainings to make you better. Edge Safety and Services LLC, 575-736-1047. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Hi Artesia, Cambria here from your local KFC and Taco Bell. It's finally back. Our world-famous chicken pot pie is here and it's better than ever. You've got to try it. Loaded with veggies, potatoes, and chicken, topped with our buttery, flaky crust, and baked to a golden perfection. Only here for a limited time, so try one today. As always, it's great to be a Bulldog, and we hope to see you soon at your local KFC and Taco Bell.
Hey Artesia Bulldog fans, are you ready to unleash the spirit of victory this season? Tate Branch Auto Group is proud to stand alongside the Bulldogs as they charge onto the field, court, and track. Just like our commitment to delivering top-notch vehicles and service, your dedication and passion for the Bulldogs inspire us every day. Visit Tate Branch Auto Group today, either in person or online, because when it comes to supporting the Bulldogs, we're all in. Tate Branch Auto Group, revving up the Bulldog pride. Go Bulldogs!
November is Diabetes Awareness Month, and PMS is committed to helping prevent and control diabetes. Whether you're managing your risk or living with diabetes, regular checkups and early action can make all the difference. Our care team offers guidance, education, and support tailored to your needs. Contact the Artesia Family Health Center at 575-746-9848 or visit pmsnm.org to schedule an appointment. Let's work together for better prevention and control this month. Spring into the season with a great rate at Artesia Credit Union. With their Share Certificate Special, get an unbelievable 5.50% APR with a 12-month term on any new deposit $5,000 and over. It's easy to watch your money grow when you plant it at Artesia Credit Union. And with a rate as high as 5.50%, you can watch it grow like never before. This high rate on a 12-month term is for new deposits only with a minimum of $5,000. Learn how to spring into savings at Artesia Credit Union, 210 North 5th Street in Artesia. Member NCUA.
Okay, Bulldog fans, everybody be giving your strongest cheers here as the Artesia Bulldogs are down 2-0. Carmen Harvey back to serve. Padilla, Miller, Harrison, Howard, and Yates on the floor. Over, and there's another kill for number 6, Baca. She's actually going to, no, she'll stay in. Coming in is 13 and 1, so that's Stafford, number 1, and number 13. I don't know what just happened to my screen. I hope I'm still live. It just went away, guys, back in the studio. Robertson back to serve. She's one of the others that checked in. 1-0. Harvey, it goes off to the right. Yates chases down. Now Harvey's just going to give him a free ball coming up. They're going to set up. They're going to go to, it's blocked but out of bounds by Harrison. Here's my screen. So 2-0, St. Pius. Bulldogs really just not been able to get into system much at all. They've had 3 or 4 points in system. As the St. Pius Spartans with great serves and good defense. And they're getting into system almost every play. So it's been, that's why it's been kind of lopsided. Here's the serve up to Miller from Carmen on the left side to Hattie. And she hits that thing way deep. I mean, got it up in the air and it went like over the left field fence. So a point for St. Pius. 3-0 here in set number 3. Robertson again on the right side, ready to go. Here's her serve. Carmen up to Miller, again over to the left side. Big swing, and there's a kill for Hattie Harrison. She got on top of that one. Hit it down into the block, and it went off them sideways. So point Artesia, 3-1, as Tessa Yates will go back to serve for the Bulldogs. They had a rotation coming in was Bendinskas. Here's the swing, and it's going to be back to her. She gets it up into the air. Chasing it down was number 13. Big swing, blocked at the net. They dig it up. Again, a big swing by number 12. Yates digs it up. Padilla over to the left side. Howard with the swing. It's tipped at the net. They're going to get it up again. Padilla chases it down. Miller in the middle. Harrison with the big swing. They dig it up again to get it over. Padilla in the back left corner. Miller chases it down. Howard drives forward, hits it. Perea digs it up. They're going to go left side this time. It's over. Padilla again with the dig. Miller across court to Howard. She hits it over. They dig it up on the back row. Perea goes to the left side again. Big swing, and there's a kill for number 12, Sancida. Boy, what a rally by both teams. Several good efforts to keep that ball alive, but eventually Sancida with the kill. Yates takes a seat. Brecken Miller into the ball game. On the other side, number 12 takes a seat. Number 9, Gonzalez checks in, and she'll go back to serve. This is Lola Gonzalez. She's the one that has a lot of wins when she is serving here in this match tonight. Goes from the left side with a jump serve, leading 4-1. Here's the serve. Brecken off to the left. Padilla gets under it, and then is it going to get over? It's not. Coming forward, trying to get it over. It was right against the net. Was Harrison, and she hit it up in the air, but it goes to the right and falls on our side. So 5-1 now for the Spartans here in set number 3. All right, here's the jump serve. Again, Brecken, she gets it up. Kirkland on the left side to Harrison. Big swing. They're dig it. Perea digs it up. Number 13 set, and there's a jump in there, and it's blocked, but out of bounds. Harrison got the block up, but it hits the pole. The post on the right side. 6-1. Spartans by 5. Gonzalez from that left side once again. And here comes her jump serve. Brecken up to Kirkland. Back set to Padilla. And that's going to be dug up by Perea on the back side. In the right side, swing, and it's out. So number 10, Bendinskas, swings with a big swing, and getting out of the way was Padilla, and it goes long just outside the corner. So Brooklyn will check in for Howard, and Evans will go back to serve down 6-2. So 4-point lead here in set number 3 for the Spartans. Left side, Evans dug up in the back row. They get it to 13, back set, and number 1 with the kill shot, Evans, and it's right up on the net. Again, right up on the net. Miller gets it over. They dig it up. Back set. Harvey to Miller on the left side. And a big swing and a kill for Padilla. Boy, that, again, just some awkward looking stuff here for both teams. It was kind of weird looking right up on the net, but that time Miller with the nice set to the left side, and Padilla is able to finish. So Brooklyn again is going to go from the left side with her serve. Gets it across, dug up in the back row. Robertson, and then a swing shot, and it goes off of Brecken Miller backwards and out. So point St. Pius as number 16, Sweeten, checks in. And also checking in is number 7, Ibata, and she'll go back to serve with the 7-3 lead over the Bulldogs. Here's her jump serve. Getting under it to Miller was Carmen on the left side, left-handed. They're going to dig that up on the left side. The big kill down the line for number 10, Bendinskas. Well, I take it back. She got into the net. Bulldog point as Harvey takes a seat. Coming in for her is Whitmire, and number 7 takes a seat across the way. Coming in her for was Gonzalez. I'm not sure who. And there's going to be a serve, but really long for Hattie Harrison. Point St. Pius as Carmen comes back in for Hattie. 8 and 11 check in. That's Torres, number 8, and number 11, Sanchez. And Sanchez will go back to serve for Pius, leading 8-4. The jump serve is going to go to Padilla. She's going to bump it up front to Miller. Miller on the left side, and it's blocked out of bounds, so a kill for Whitmire on the left side. Sweeten and let's see who the other young lady got up there for that block. So they're double blocking pretty good. It was number 8, Torres. But the point goes to Artesia. Yates in for Brecken Miller, and back to serve will be Kirkland Miller. Here's her jump serve from the right side, up into the net. Doggone it. Ball just not bouncing the way for the Bulldogs right now. They're going to have to battle. It's 9-5. Number 12 checks in for number 9. Gonzalez takes a seat. Sancita back in, and back to serve will be number 10, Bendinskas. She serves from the middle. 9-5, St. Pius here in set 3. Bendinskas with the serve. Carmen up to Miller. Miller cross court to Addington, who checked in. I missed her checking in. They dig it up on the backside. Number 8 with the big swing, and it's blocked by Padilla at the net. Falls back on the left side of their court. So Bulldogs point 9-6. Kaylee will go back to serve. As checking in is number 8, Torres. No, she was in. She just moved. Dug up by Perea on the back row. Set up in the middle. And that's going to be chasing it down was Yates on the back row, and then hitting it in under the net actually was Padilla. So point for the Sartans. Howard checks in. Evans will get a break, and going back to serve will be their junior libero, Maya Perea. Again, starts outside over there on the left side. And then when she comes forward with her jump serve, she's just inside on the left. Here's the serve. Back row, Howard to Harvey to the left side, and it's going to be launched to the back. They dig it up back there, and in the middle, it's knocked up by Miller, and way long by Padilla. So Miller dug it up. It was wear it or eat it or get it up in the air, and she got it up in the air, but Padilla from the back, way back behind the 10-foot line, sends it far. So 11-6. Again, Perea with the serve from the left side. Good serve, and that's going to be an ace. Howard unable to, she hit it, but it went far right and out of bounds. So an ace for Perea. 12-6. Bulldogs have to win this one or it'll be over, as they're down 2-0. Here's the serve from the left side. Again, goes back to the back. Harvey gets to it and makes Miller chase it from the back, way back there. Padilla gets it over. They get back into system. Big swing. Padilla with the save. Going on to the other court was Miller. She gets it, but they're going to say, you can't do that or what? I don't know, because they blew the whistle before Padilla hit it over. Miller went all the way into court number 2 and got it back over on our side. Padilla was hitting it when they blew the whistle. 13-6, Perea from the left side. Padilla gets it up in the air. Miller back set. Yates with the swing. It's too long. Point St. Pius. 14-6 now our score. As the libero Maya Perea with her jump serve. floats it, and Padilla gets to it, but they're still going. But it's out. I was going to say Howard from the back, way back there, on the good job by Padilla to get that off the ground, but it was long for Howard. So it's 15-6. Perea with the serve. Padilla to the left side. Miller's going to have to chase it. She does. And now Addington will just bump it over. Perea set, big swing and a kill. Number 6, Maya Baca. Really quick set there. And then she's right on top of it and slams it home. So Perea back to serve again, leading by 10, 16-6. Here's the jump serve, floater. She just gets it over. Padilla cross set from Miller, and it's blocked at the net, but out of bounds. So Addington with the big kill from the left side. As Harrison will check in. Let's see. Yeah, Harrison will check in, and then we're going to have a swap here. Whitmire checks in for Addington, and then right back out. All right, so back to serve will be Carmen Harvey. Down 16-7 are the Bulldogs. Set 3. Nice serve, back to the back row, dug up. Set, left side, big swing. Dug up by Padilla, up on the net is Miller. Big swing, and it's blocked out of bounds. Howard with the kill on the left side. 16-8. Bulldogs back within 8. Harvey will go back to serve once again. Bendinskas is the one that dug that up back there. I have a hard time getting her name out. I should just call her by her first name, Alyssa. All right, here's Harvey. Nice serve. Alyssa with the bump up. Number 1, Stafford. And then a big swing. They get it up in the air. It was blocked by Harrison. Back set. There's another big swing, and that's a kill for number 6, Baca. She's had a bunch of those. All right, so checking in is 13 and Sweeten, I think it's 16. So if number 13 goes back to serve, that's Robertson. From the right middle, her serve. Carmen, Miller, left side. Harrison's just going to try to tip it over, but she tips it into the net. So they go back up by 10, 18-8 for St. Pius. And Robertson will go back to serve. And now she gets to go ahead. One of them was tying their shoe. It was Baca tying her shoe right there in the middle. All right, here's the serve. She's going to serve that one. Padilla will get it up into the air. Miller comes and gets it back set to Yates. Yates hits the net, or did they call that a block? I guess they called it a block. Point. Sartans. 19-8 in favor of St. Pius. Robertson again from the right middle. Goes to the left. Padilla goes backwards. Harrison chases it down, and now, oh, well, Howard tried to just get it over and hit it into the net with the underhand bump, and Coach Williams calls a timeout. It's 20-8 in favor of St. Pius. We'll go ahead and take a timeout as well. Bulldogs down 2-1 and down by 12 here in set number 3. We'll be back.
Artesia General Hospital has welcomed cardiologist Luther Weathers to the team. Dr. Weathers is board certified with a subspecialty in cardiovascular diseases. He treats patients with genetic heart defects, heart rhythm disorders, heart failure, coronary artery disease, chronic high blood pressure, and other cardiovascular diseases. Call 575-736-8270 to schedule your visit with Dr. Weathers in Artesia, or visit artesiageneral.com/cardio appointment. Se habla español.
So once again, the officials moseying back to their post, taking advantage of the full timeout as there's 9 seconds left on it. Now he'll finally get it to Robertson. And she's going to be on that right middle, leading 20-8. And here comes her serve. Dug up by Padilla, up to Miller. Miller front set to left side. Hattie tips it over. They dig it up. Perea back set, big swing. Bulldogs, Padilla gets it up into the air on the dig. Left side, and that's a kill for Howard on the left side as Miller got it over to her. They went up for the block, did St. Pius, but it hits them and goes straight down, so Howard with the kill. That'll put Tessie Yates back to serve, down by 11, 9 serving 20. Here comes Yates with her jump serve. Dug up by Perea. Up on the front line, quick set, and a big kill there for number 6, Maya Baca. Breckenmiller will check in. Yates will get a break on the other side. Number 9 is checking in, and that is Gonzalez. Boy, every time I say her name, I think she goes on a long run here. She only has to get 4 on run. That'll end the Bulldog season as the state runner-ups, which is nothing to sneeze about, but they come up here wanting to win the state title. 21-9, here's a serve. Padilla from the back row to Miller. Miller front set to Harrison. She's going to tip it over. 13 digs it up. Maya on the back side. Dug up by Padilla. Miller again to Hattie in the middle. She's going to tip it over the block. There's a kill for Hattie Harrison on the tip. And that was Baca up high trying to block her mano a mano, and Harrison goes over her block and puts it in. Checking in for the Bulldogs will be number 7. That's Sorrel Sheffield. Also checking in is Evans. So Howard takes a break, as does, I think it was Yates that came out. There's this back into the back. They set it up in the middle. Big swing, and that's going to be a kill off of Sheffield for Baca once again. 22-10 is our score here in the third set. And it'll be number 4, Lucero, from the left side to serve it for the Pius Sartans. And here comes her serve. Carmen up to Miller. Miller left side to Harrison. Harrison with a big swing. They block it. Miller backwards. Padilla goes back to Miller. She gets it over. They're just going to get it over. They had to chase it. Padilla, Miller will go chase it backwards and then go to Evans. She pushes it over from behind the 10-foot line, right in the middle. Big swing, and Sweeten with the kill. 23-10, St. Pius. Set number 3. As back to serve is Lucero from that left side. And here comes her jump set. It's going to go back, and that's going to be an ace as it goes off of Carmen and Evans. They both tried to hit it. I don't know who it went off of, but it went straight backward for the ace. So here is set and match point. 24-10, set 3. Lucero goes over to the left, serving one more time here. See if the Bulldogs can stop and get a big run. Here's the serve. Carmen chasing it was Miller from behind the 10-foot line. And there's a kill for Padilla, so the Bulldogs stay alive for another point. As number 13 will check in for Artesia. Harrison will take a seat, and that's Adrian Harvey. She'll go back to serve. Also checking in is Whitmire. 24-11. Adrian from the right middle. Here's her jump serve. And that's long, and that's the ball game as St. Pius will win the state championship. 25-11 is the final score. The Artesia Bulldogs will win second place from the 10 seed. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is an outstanding effort from the Artesia Lady Bulldogs. I want to congratulate St. Pius. They had a great tournament. They've had a great 2 years. They haven't lost to a 4A school in 2 years, and they showed how dominant they are by getting the Bulldogs and keeping them kind of out of getting into any kind of a system. The Bulldogs just never could get in system. But I want to congratulate St. Pius on the win, but I also want to say great job to our Lady Bulldogs. They were the 10 seed. I've kind of been pounding on that. They were the 10 seed. They weren't expected to be here tonight in the state championship game, and yet they were. They battled to the bitter end. I never saw a head hanging. I never saw anybody with tears during the game. They just kept battling. St. Pius was tough, and they got us. But great job, Lady Bulldogs. Congratulations to them. Great job to our 3 seniors, as this was their last game. But they played their hearts out. They get the red trophy. So good job, Artesia. As Coach Williams talking to his team, they'll do the trophy presentation here in just a minute. I'm going to keep it here for the Bulldogs to get the red trophy, which, you know, we're Artesia Bulldogs, so we don't like it. But getting second is better than getting a lot further down the line, especially when you're not expected to be here. got a standing ovation there from the Artesia Bulldog faithful. Standing ovation there from the Artesia Bulldog faithful as they just cheered and cheered. You heard them. As the Artesia Bulldogs 3 seniors go out and receive the red trophy, and now St. Pius will be awarded their medals and then the blue trophy. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. The Artesia Lady Bulldogs, second place at the state tournament for 2024. They'll bring home the red. Congratulations, Artesia. And next week, we'll continue the Bulldog football playoffs as they're in the semis, taking on Mayfield next Saturday at 1 o'clock at Bulldog Bowl. On behalf of everybody helping me back in Artesia, this is Joby Hodling saying I hope you have a great night, a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Forest Tire, mile after mile, we've been with you for almost 80 years. Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last. Phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
The district season is well underway for your Artesia Bulldogs. And what a season it's been. Through all the ups and downs, KSVP AM and FM and KSVPTV.com have had your back.
Casadas, they're playing press coverage over there. We can block. Oh, the ball's on the ground. He'll pick it up. There's a penalty flag down, 2 penalties. And then he breaks through everybody. He's to the 10, to the 5 touchdown, but there were 2 penalty flags down.
Those aren't penalties.
Oh, those are not.
Those are beanbags, marking the fumble.
Man, so great touchdown for Artesia. No penalties down.
Bulldog football on KSVP AM and FM and at KSVPTV.com is presented by Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Family Health Center, and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia Historical Museum, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Big O Tires of Carlsbad, Carlsbad Ford, Coterra Energy, the City of Artesia Police Department, Devon Energy, Eddy County DWI, Edge Safety, Faith Baptist Church, Forest Tire of Artesia and Carlsbad, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block, Hermosa Church of Christ, HF Sinclair, Hawker & Sons, KFC, Incredible Printing, JS Ward, J&J Home Care, John and Nancy Yates, La Fonda, Pressure Services, Smile Expressions, Sondy Stockton and State Farm of Artesia, Spur Energy Production, Sun Country Home and Gardens, Tate Branch of Artesia, Turpinning & Sons, Western Bank, Amigo Machinery, Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Candlewood Suites, Central Valley Electric, Dion's Pizzas, Salads and Subs, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Trustmark Roofing, Richland Dodge, and Richland GM. Follow along all season long with your Artesia Bulldogs. And to get caught up on past games, simply log on to KSVPTV.com, click on the Artesia Bulldogs tab, then sit back, relax, and enjoy all the action. KSVP AM and FM and KSVPTV.com. Southeastern New Mexico's sports authority, then, now, and always. The district season is well underway for your Artesia Bulldogs. And what a season it's been. Through all the ups and downs, KSVP AM and FM and KSVPTV.com have had your back.
Casadas, they're playing press coverage over there. We can block. Oh, the ball's on the ground.